pianist, you probably recognize Debussy's famous Arabesque No.1, a very impressionistic, beautiful, post-romantic piece that heavily utilizes arpeggios, or the famous introduction in that right hand melody. The left hand also sculpts through beautiful arpeggios in E major, C sharp, minor, get to working on those arpeggios. Previously, we have learned 5-finger hand-over-hand arpeggios, which are the simplest and first way to learn your arpeggios. To learn how to span the keyboard utilizes that 5-finger scale. As you go into even early intermediate on to advanced repertoire, we need to start to learn how to expand our hand out of these 5-finger scale positions into octaves, into sevenths, sometimes even into ninths, depending on the composer. So just like our scales have sets of fingerings, so do our arpeggios. We previously learned C fingerings for our scales. We also will today learn C fingerings based on the arpeggios. So let's go back to C major. You're used to, in your hand-over-hand arpeggios, a tight position of 1, 3, 5. Today, to span arpeggios, we have a new group of fingerings to learn. So we're going to learn 1, 2, 3 for our C fingering arpeggios. I am spanning on skips with 1, 2, 3. First, just block that several times in a row. Fingers 1, 2, 3, tall thumb, tall 2 and 3. Just practice moving that arpeggio fingering multiple octaves. Just like our scale fingering, the 5 is the turnaround finger at the top of our arpeggios. Once you're comfortable blocking it, then arpeggiate it. Play those notes at separate times. 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3 over, 3, 2, 1. Once that becomes comfortable in the right hand, you can now play that exact same fingering on 7 other keys of G, F, D, A, B, and F sharp. So let's practice transposing that. Just like we heard in the Arabesque, you have one chord, and then we go through multiple harmonies, which use similar types of fingerings. We're going to go up our circle of fifths progression to G major. This is that group 1 triad of all white. Block it through, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to arpeggiate it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember, good technique, tall thumb, lean in the direction that you're going, so you use your arm weight and your body support behind your hands. You can also transpose this to F major, all white triad, group 1 key, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. We can keep going, group 2 triads, D, A, and E. You can block it out first, so you think that is one thought, and then arpeggiate it, 1, 2, 3. Remember when you have those black keys to go in towards the fallboard, so you're never having to reach to get the black keys? Up is A major, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that's feeling easy as you keep transferring this fingering. Up another fifth in terms of keys would be E major, which is the key of our Debussy Arabesque, 1, 2, 3. That main melody is based on notes from that E major scale and arpeggio. So definitely practice E major if you want to play your Arabesque one day. Go up another perfect fifth to B major, white, black triad, but we still use those long fingers of 2 and 3 on the black keys. You can block it first, go in towards that fallboard. I'm using pedal just so it adds that resonance and sustains it. Then you can arpeggiate it, 1, 2, 3. F sharp major, 1, 2, 3. We do have to put a thumb on the black key because we have no other choice here with an all black triad. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. So that's it for the right hand. All 8 of those keys. You can tune back in for black key fingering to learn the other ones. But let's not forget our left hand. So right hand, 8 keys. We're in C fingering. All is 1, 2, 3. Practice those first, hands separate. A later video will also show you hands together arpeggios. Let's jump into the left hand. Our group 1 triads, C, G, and F, use 5, 4, 2, 1 for the fingering. You're used to a triad fingering of 1, 3, 5. Now we're going to expand it out into 5, 4, 2, 1. If you can't reach the full octave, just even practice that triad blocked. 5, 4, 2, Repetitions builds that memory in your brain, that way you can repeat it the next day. And then in repertoire, there's also a little blocking pattern if you like to block things together. I have 5 on its own, and then you can block 4-2-1, which is a first inversion C major triad is 4-2-1. I can pick that up and play it on your next octave, the next octave, come back down, same fingering, 1-2-4, 1-2-4, 5. Once you can block it comfortably to set that as one thought, then you can arpeggiate 5-4-2-1, 4-2-1, 4-2-1-2-4. Thumb on tonic, 1-2-4. Remember, good technique. Keep your wrist level, tall thumb. Your body can move in the direction. So those are going to feel probably quite a bit harder than your scales, but practice makes perfect. So practice those. Then you can transpose that C fingering for arpeggios to G, all white triad. Do 2 octaves. Same thing in F major, all white triads. Just transposing that fingering to different roots. Once CGF is comfortable, we're going to have just one little modification. We're going to learn it based on D, so I call that D arpeggio fingering. When I have a black note in the middle, I'm going to use my longest 3rd finger. That way I don't have to reach with that 4th finger. It's 4 half steps, so it feels more comfortable to use my middle finger. This is the fingering, 5-3-2-1. Again, you can block 3-2-1 together to get used to that expansion within your hands. Do that several times until it becomes comfortable for you, and then arpeggiate it, 3-2-1. Sorry, there we go. That's why I need to practice them too. Okay, next up is the key of A major. 5-3-2-1, 3-2-1, 3-2-1. And then our key of E major, which the Debussy Arabesque utilizes. 5-3-2-1, 3-2-1. Once that's comfortable in D, A, and E, it will also transpose to 2 more keys of B and F sharp. So B is 5-3-2-1, 3-2-1. And F sharp is our last key for today. 5-3-2-1, 3-2-1. All right, so there you have it. We talked through right hand C fingerings for C, G, D, A, E, B, and F sharp. 8 out of the 12 major keys use that exact same fingering. In the left hand, we have 3 of those keys. The first group of triads, C, G, and F, use 5-4-2-1. Think of those as C fingering based on C. The others of those, D, A, E, B, and F sharp, use 5-3-2-1 because of the black note in the middle that we'll use our long finger. Practice those first hands separate. You can come back for another video where I show how to play those hands together, how to play those in multiple rhythms. 8th notes, triplets, 16ths. We'll get some metronome practice with that as well. So that way those patterns become very automatic. That way when you come up with a piece like Debussy, a Beethoven sonata, and it has an arpeggiated pattern, a Chopin nocturne, you want to be comfortable arpeggiating those left hands. So have fun practicing those. It'll pay off when you go to play your repertoire, when you go to improvise off of chord charts, and these patterns are really comfortable in your hands. Thank you.